How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. In our last period, we learn about the male and the female reproductive system. Means in that we learn about the which are the reproductive organs into the male and the female and their function also. Now today we will learn about the fertilization and the developments of the baby, developments of the embryo into the mother's womb. We know that in the human internal fertilization are occurred. Now internal fertilization means what? The process of the fusion of the male gametes and the female gametes occurs into the mother's body. Okay. Now how it occurs? So see, we know that the male gamete means the sperm enters into the female vagina, means the male release the sperm into the female body through the vagina during the copulation period, during the mating. So that sperms, we know that the sperms are very active and they are the motile, means they are the movable. So this sperm goes through the cervix and enters into the oviduct. Okay, means sperm goes into the oviduct, and we know that in the oviduct one of the ovary secretes the ovum. One of the ovary secretes the ovum. That ovum goes into the oviduct, and in the oviduct the sperm fuses into the ovum. Means the process of the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete occurs into the oviduct. Understand? Means this process is called as the fertilization. Now after the fertilization, what happened? The developments of the embryo. Now see in this image, this diagram represents the implantation of embryo into the uterus. Now our next point is developments of the embryo. Means how the embryos develop into the mother's body. Now see here the zygote is formed. Zygote is formed means when after the fertilization, when the sperm and the ovum fuse together, they form a single cell. Their nucleus fuse together and it forms a single cell. It is called as a zygote. Understand? And the zygote form into the oviduct. Understand? Now afterward, the zygote start to divide. Repeatedly it divides. 1 into 2 into 4 into 8, like that way it repeatedly divides. And this afterward, this zygote from the oviduct, it comes downward from the oviduct. Means slowly it comes downward and it forms the hollow mass of the hundreds of the cells, thousands of the cells. Now see here, now it becomes the multicellular and it is called as the embryo. Okay, means this zygote repeatedly divides, continuously it divides and becomes the hollow balls of the multiple of the cells, many cells. It is called as the embryo. Then afterward, this embryo goes into the uterus. So see here, this embryo goes into the uterus, and in the uterus, this embryo embedded into the thick, soft lining of the uterus wall. Now see, it is the uterus wall. See here. And this embryo get embedded into the wall of this uterus. So this is called as, means the embedding of the embryo into the soft, thick lining of the uterus. It is called as the implantation. It is called as the implantation. Understand? Means in this way, this embryo embedded implants into the wall of the uterus. And here the growth of these developments of these embryos are occurred. Understand? Now after the implantation, when disc-like structures are developed between the wall of the uterus and the embryo. See in this figure, here the disc-like special tissues are developed between the wall of the uterus and the developing baby. It is called as the placenta. And this placenta is connected to the embryo through a umbilical cord. It is a one tube-like structure. It is called as the umbilical cord. And we know that all the necessary things which are necessary for the developments of the baby, means all the necessary nutrients, oxygen, these all are made through this placenta from the mother's body. Understand? Means through the placenta, all the necessary, means the exchange of the gases, all the nutrients, oxygens are provided by the placenta from the mother's body to their developing baby, to this embryo. Understand? Now the time period from the fertilization up till the birth of the baby. It is this period is called as a gestation. Remember what is by the gestation? Gestation is a time period from the fertilization up till the birth of the baby. This period is called as the gestation. And generally the period of the gestation in the human being, it is a 9 month, means about 38 weeks. Understand? Now after when the developments of the baby is completed, when the fetus is completely developed, after that the strong muscles of the uterus, the muscles of the uterus wall get contracts rhythmically. Means the muscles start to contract, and due to these contractions of the uterus lining, uterus wall, the baby is pushed outside. The baby pushed outside, and from the vaginal opening, the baby comes out from the woman's body. Understand? Means in this way, the woman give birth to the new offspring. Understand? Means this is a process of reproduction occurs into the human female. Understand? Now our next topic is a sexual cycle in the female, means the menstruation. We generally know that when the girl child born, that time her ovary contains thousands of the immature ova or the egg, which are contained in the immature follicles. So when the girls reach at the age of the puberty, so that time one of the follicles release the matured ovum, and during this maturation the follicle bursts and this ovary release the ovum, and this means this ovary push the ovum outside. Means this is a process in which the ovary produce the ovum. It is called as the ovulation. Understand? Means what is it by the ovulation? Ovulation is a process in which ovary release the ovum. Means other word, the formation of the ovum from the ovary is called as the ovulation. And remember that generally in the healthy girl child, these ovulations are occurs every after the 28 days. Because the ovary release the ovum every after the 28 days. And the menstruation which occurs at the middle of this 28 days, means after the 14 days. After the 14 days of the ovulation, the menstruations are occurred into the girls. Now, what is meant by the menstruation? What is meant by the menstrual cycle? So, see here, we know that when the fertilizations are occurred, zygote is formed, embryo is formed, and that embryo get embedded into the wall of the uterus. But what happens when there is no sperm is present? Now we will learn that. Now we know that during the ovulation, means when the ovary release the ovum, that time some changes had occurred into the uterus. Uterus is a one bag-like structure. Okay, some changes had occurred into the uterus. Now what changes had occurred? So during that ovulation, the wall of the uterus, it becomes a soft, thick. Why it becomes a soft and thick? To receive the developing embryo. Understand? So, but when there is no sperms are present, there is an absence of the sperm. So obviously the fusions are not occurred between the male and the female gamete, because the male gamete is absent there. So means the fertilization does not take place, zygotes does not form into the oviducts. So in this case there is an absence. When the fertilization does not occur, at that time the wall of the uterus, it becomes thick. So this wall of the uterus with this lining, with these blood vessels, it gets shed off. It gets shed off means that ovulation, the ovum which formed into the oviduct, that unfertilized ovum is also get burst, and it also released from the vagina in the form of the bleeding. Means all that the ovum, the unfertilized ovum, the wall of the uterus, that blood vessels, that capillaries, it gets shed off in the form of the bleeding. So that bleeding is called as the menstruation. And this menstruation generally lasts for 3 to 4 days into the girls. Understand? And this menstruation, why it is called as a cycle? Because every after 28 days it comes again and again. So therefore it is a cyclic process. So therefore it is called as a menstruation cycle. Understand? Now during the puberty, the first flow of the menstruation. During the puberty, the first flow of the menstruation is called as the menarche. Generally, it occurs at the age of the 10 to 12 years. And the menopause. Menopause means when the menstruation permanently stopped. When the menstruation is permanently stopped around at the age of 45 to 50. So that phase is called as a menopause. Understand? Now our next point is a reproductive health. We know that the populations of our country is increasing day by day. Though our country having the sufficient food, still many people they don't get the proper supply of the food. Why? Because the large families due to the poverty. Understand? So it is very difficult our governments to supply of the food, to appropriate clothes, good education, good housing to each and every citizens of our country. So it is very important for a couple, those are on the stage of this reproductive stage. It is very important for them to decide the size of their family by doing the family planning. Now this family planning enables the couples to decide the number of the children and when they have. Understand? Means by doing this family planning, they plan the everything. Now, number of the children means if the couple having the less children in their family, if the family is small, so obviously that couples fulfill each and every needs. They give the proper food, education, cloth, everything. They give properly to their children. Understand? Means in this way the parents also become the happy and the children also become the happy. Means the small family is a happy family. And also this less number of the children is also important for the health of the mothers also. Now how to control, how this family plannings are occurred means family planning can be done by practicing the birth control measure. Now birth control measures. So here are the some birth control methods. Now which are the birth control method? So first is the barrier method, chemical method, intrauterine contraceptive device and the surgical method. Means these are the birth control method. Means these all the methods preventing the pregnancy into the female body. Understand? Now first is the barrier method. Now the barrier method, the two ways are used into the barrier method. One is by using the condom and second is by using the diaphragm. So this condom, it is used by the male. Means it is used by the male. It is means the condom. It is a covering on the penis. It is and another one is a diaphragm. Now this diaphragm is also the covers the vagina, and it also means it also prevent the entry of the sperms into the female body. Means in this way, this barrier method includes using the condom and using the diaphragm. Condom is used by the male and the diaphragm is used by the female. Means it's prevent the entry of the sperms into the female vagina. Now the second one is the chemical method. In the chemical method, the pills are used, the medicines are used. So two types of medicines are used. One is the oral pills and the second one is the vaginal pill. So that pills prevent the ovulation process of the ovulations into the female body. Means that pill stop the formation of the ovum into the from the ovary. So obviously that oral pill is taken by the orally, and this vaginal pill it keeps at the place of the vagina. Understand? Means it is also the one of the method it prevent the pregnancy, and when the women are taking these pills, it is also called as a contraceptive pills also. Okay, so when the women are taking these pills, so it is very important to take care, because maybe the side effects are occurs on the female body, maybe the hormonal changes are occurred, imbalancing of the hormones are occurred into the female body. So it is very important whenever the females are taking these contraceptive tablets to always take the advice of your doctors. Now the next one is the intrauterine contraceptive device. Means in this method one device is used. It is called as a copper T. This copper T prevents implantations of the embryo into the uterus. The copper T, it is one of the device. It just fitted into the uterus of the mother's body. It fitted the uterus into the mother's body, and this copper T prevents the implantation of the embryo into the wall of the uterus. Understand? Means in this way the pregnancy get prevented by using the copper T. And the last one is the surgical method. Now these surgical methods are also done into the male also and into the female also. So what they are doing into the surgical method? In the male, the vas difference, we know that the vas difference is carries the sperm from the testis. So the vas, some parts of the vas difference get cut, and the two free end of that vas difference get tied to each other. Means in this way it prevents the path of the sperm into that vas difference. Means the sperms cannot go forward through this vas difference. Understand? And in the male, with the surgery which occurs into the male, this is called as a vasectomy. Understand? In the vasectomy, the vas difference cut at one point, and then two free ends get tied to each other. And into the female, the oviduct, we know that the fallopian tube get cut, then the two free ends of this fallopian tube get tied to each other. Means in this way it also prevents the path of this ovule. Understand? Means in this way the fusions are not occurs into the oviduct. Means the sperms cannot reach towards the ovule. And in the female, this surgery it is called as a tubectomy. Understand? Means these are the methods to preventing the birth, to prevent the pregnancy into the female. Understand? Now the female feticide. Female feticide means what? To kill the unborn girl child into the mother's body. Now how? By the surgical method. Means some of the people they are misuse this method. Means they are to kill the unborn girl child, they are using this surgical method. So why they are doing this like this? Because they want the boy, because they want the male child. So obviously it is one of the crimes. So our government they enacted the laws to stop the sex determination. Now the sex determination means by doing the ultrasonography to determine whether there is a male or the female into the mother wombs or what is in the mother's womb. It is called the sex determination. So it is totally banned by our governments. Understand? Now it is for our healthy nations. It is very important there is a balancing between the male and the female sex ratio. If you want a healthy nation, then the balance between this ratio is also very important. So they stop the female feticides. It's important for our nations only. Understand? Do you understand what we learn? If you are having any difficulty, you write into the comment section.